What's going on, everybody? This is me again. I got to redo it. Today's topic is going to be the black culture and the reason why it's trash. And I was thinking about this for quite some time, but I was just dabbling with it in my head. But there's a reason why I say this because if we look at the things we're doing today as a black culture, it's praised, and it really shouldn't be praised, and that goes for men and women and children all as well. So I'm not talking about the people that came before us or the people that's trying to make a difference to help us, but there's another reason for that too. Um, King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, all of those people, they're gone now. But they actually tried to make a difference, but it was taken very lightly. I mean, we know about them, but only thing they taught us in school was King was civil rights, and Malcolm X was fighting for his people, and Rosa Parks did the thing, about the bus. She didn't want to give up her seat, but it goes deeper than that, way deeper than that. And let's take a look at why I say black culture is trash. And if we take a glance, it really is because no race, no other nation, no other race is more disgusted with their culture other than ours. I mean, let's back in the days we had Vikings and barbarians and stuff, but they evolved somewhat. I'm not saying all of them are good. They evolved somewhat, but you don't see their people making fools out of themselves. Let's just put it that way. Now, there's going to always be a bunch or a few here or a few there in every race. True. That's I'm not arguing that fact, but if we go by statistically speaking and go by what we see on social media and outside in the news, it's more of us that's in trouble. Why is that? Nobody knows. But there's a reason for everything. We got uh look at the sister, I can't remember her name, the sister that just got killed in Mexico. She went out to Mexico with her friends. Her friends came back. She didn't. They say she was drunk. She wasn't. They broke her neck. They messed up her back, and she probably had bruises here to from here to heaven. Um, Culture is trash. That all fits in with the same category. And somebody taped it, and you hear this guy saying, "You ain't gonna fight back." She said, "No." That goes to show you right there. She's not a fighter. She's not the fighting type. I'm not saying she can't fight or she couldn't fight, but she's not the fighter. I don't know why you can't hear because everybody else can hear me. Your phone must be cheap. Um, how you doing, pops? Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Cause um, can you guys hear me? Hello. Oh, he can't hear me. I don't know why you can't hear me. How you doing, pops? Good to see you back, man. Good to see you back on here. But we got these rappers. These rappers are being praised for talking about, and this has been going on ever since the NWA era and the Too Short era. I'm not. I can't leave them out too because they're a part of. They were a part of the problem. I'm doing good, pops. We got these rappers that we're idolizing these rappers, and we got these male rappers. We got the female rappers. We idolize them. Our kids see this stuff and they idolize them. Although they can say, "Well, you know what? I'm not here to be a role model. If you're making money and you're in the public eye and you're a celebrity, somebody somewhere is going to look at you as a role model, regardless of what you say you are. They're going to look at you as that. We can do this all day. Look at the dancing we do now. That stuff has been idolized. You got mothers teaching their kids how to do this stuff. You got kids teaching their kids how to do this stuff. And that's why I mean when I say black culture is actually turning to trash because we are teaching our kids trash inheritance that we picked up from our parents. I'm not talking about everybody, but a mass majority of black culture is garbage. It's freaking garbage. And we can't hold a torch up to another race that say, well, y'all don't do this and that. These races pretty much own the world. and don't take it the wrong way. I know we can't really own much like they do because the world actually really pretty much, let's just be honest, it belongs to them. It don't belong to us. It was never meant here to for us to own the world. Well, not anymore. But we got the, like I said, the dancing, the schooling, the fighting, senseless violence. People out here stealing people cars. People out here getting shot every day, and that stuff is praised in the black community. It's being praised in the black community. How can you watch somebody get shot and record it? How? Now, I can see if you got your camera out and you recording something, you making a video and something, bam, just happened right behind you. Like, dang, that, I didn't even know that was going to happen. But you got people recording violence. People are actually dying, and we're getting and we praise for this stuff. Like, man, did you see that? And the black community just goes up. I was on the bus today coming home, and some boys was watching something on the bus. Some teenage brothers watching something on the bus, and they're like, man, look at this, man. He just shot the hell out of him, and they just kept rewinding. Man, dude was like, if that was me, I would have went back up there and shot him in the head some more. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But you can't say nothing because that is what they do. If you do say something, they'll give you the look and they probably blow your brains out. I was watching YouTube yesterday and the Nicki the not the Nicki Minaj, I'm sorry, the Megan Thee Stallion thing. No, not her thing. The Megan Thee Stallion. She's like she's got this award and she say, hey, let's protect our black sisters, but your black sisters won't protect you. It's always a two-way street. It's always going to be a two-way street. And even if you do protect your black sisters, there's a cost to that. You might get killed trying to protect these women that already know better than what they're doing. But then when they get awards and stuff, these X-rated rappers and stuff, and these women out here dancing, showing their bodies, and the first time they get, and I ain't gonna say the first time, when they get an award, the first thing they say is what? I want to thank God. How are you? Well, it all depends on what God they're talking about. But if you're talking about the God I know of, how can you say you want to thank God for allowing me to do this, but God has nothing to do with sin? So what God are you talking about? God don't give you talent to shake your butt in public, or He don't give you talent to write a rap song when you talking about your vagina and stuff. God has nothing to do with that. You be better to just get up and say thank y'all for giving me this award. But it's praised, and you got ministers and you got preachers that go to these parties and they're celebrating with people that do demonic stuff or people that do sin. Put it that way. They just caught TD Jakes at Puff Daddy's party. Why is TD Jakes at Puff Daddy party? I can see if he went in there and was like, you know what, y'all need to get this together. Y'all need to try to find. No, he was just at the party. Be unequally yoked with unbelievers. You cannot, and I don't care what no preacher say. I don't care what no prophet say, no prophetess, no male preacher, no female preacher. You cannot dwell in the house of evil if you're doing God's work. Unless you're there trying to get souls to God, you should not be in that place because God look at you like, what are you doing there? I didn't send you here to do anything. What are you doing there? What? So it's kind of a stupid situation for us, but this is the stuff that we look upon and we say, hey, you know what? I want to be just like this when I grow up. Donnie McClurkin. I don't know if it's old because I didn't look at the date. He made a little pot was on the podcast. Somebody was interviewing him. And he was talking about church music. And this is Donnie McClurkin, the guy that sung, I think it's We Fall Down. And the song is nice. I'm not a fan of church music of today. I'm pretty much like old school Winans, Walter Hawkins, the Clark sisters, the stuff like that. But he just literally just told the truth on what they do. He was saying, at least out of his mouth, I don't know word for word, but out of his mouth, pretty much in a nutshell, he was saying, if you're working for God, if you're getting up here singing these songs and pretend you're working for the Lord, should no way in God's green earth you should be on BET singing these songs, and after the show, the after party, you bet the after party worshiping the same devil that they're worshiping. Why is that? Because we're so used to our black culture is, you know what, hey, everything is okay. You know, God will understand. No, God don't understand. Stop trying to put your stupidity on the Lord because he don't understand. He gave us all a man. We know left, right, up, down, north, south, east, west. He gave us all a mind. He gave us all free will. Now, if he when he gave us free will, that don't mean if you working for the Lord, you can hang with sinners. We're not Jesus. Jesus didn't hang with sinners. Let's just be honest. He didn't hang with sinners. Okay? Because a lot of people say, well, Jesus hung with sinners. No, he didn't. No. No, he did not. There's nowhere in the Bible you can show me that he hung. I didn't say walk around him. I say hung like the disciples was just stone cold sinners. Was out there talking to Jesus. I'll be back, man. I'm finna go over to a girl house and stuff like that. And man, these niggas crazy. No, he didn't do it. So if he didn't do it and he had to walk in the light of his father, why should these preachers today and these gospel singers today do the same thing? You get the sisters and the brothers up there doing the same dance that R&B singers are doing. They got the same beat, so you can't mix cleanliness with godliness. I mean, cleanliness. You can't mix God things with demonic things. But this is the stuff that we've been praised for, and it's all pretty much the black culture. We can pretty much do we conquer pretty much anything we can do. We didn't conquer rap. We didn't conquer R&B. We didn't conquer soul. We didn't conquer jazz, and that's all fine and dandy. But know your limits. You have to know your limits because most of these people out here that's making this music and teaching our kids this, our kids are going to grow up to do the same thing you see your parents do, or that's why you got so many people's kids say, you know what, I want to be a rapper. That's all you see now is rappers, and we all know the lifestyle rappers live. And knowing you can't be a rapper for Christ, you can't say, well, you know what, I'm making rap music to reach the youth. No, God didn't say make rap music to reach the youth. He did because rap music is something the world made up. So let's just be honest. So once again, that's why black culture is turning to trash because we as black people like to worship symbolic things. We always did. And we pretty much we always will. Why is it like that? It's because our parents were jacked up, our grandparents were jacked up, and now we're jacked up. Now you got teenage girls having babies, preteen kids are having babies, but you have nobody there to say, you know what? You should have listened when I told you. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? When they come to the parent and tell them, you know what, I'm pregnant, the first thing they do is jump on the same bandwagon. Where is the discipline? Where is it? Now I'm not saying choke your daughter or kill your son. No, where's the discipline? Because we was never sent here to be our kids' best friends. Once again, black culture is screwed up. It's turning to trash. Other nations do not raise their kids the way we do. We think our kids are priceless. No, they can be got just like anybody else. And if you try to tell somebody something, it all hell breaks loose. I'm quite sure y'all seen the video when the kid, the black boy, he was on the bus and his father and his mama got on the bus and was cussing out all the kids. I mean, I beat all y'all such and such. Just cuss the kids out. The kids back there crying, and he like, I don't care about that. Y'all touch my son again. This blah blah, blah this and that other. Just a ghetto mentality in everything we do. Everything we do. And you wonder why other races look at us and point at us and call us the N words and laugh at us because guess what? We prove them right all the time. We prove them right all the time, every day, all day. So instead of rectifying the problem, we jump right in on the bandwagon with it. Everybody wants to get on the bandwagon, but nobody wants to take responsibility and accountability for the things they do. And that's both sides. That's men and women. You got brothers out here walking around with their pants way down by their knee, but they still got a belt on. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? Walking up the street in front of old elderly people or just women in general with their hands all up in their pants. But well, I'm not saying us in general. I'm just saying the world, the black culture, we pretty much praise it because he do it. That means you like it, so you got to do it, and that means somebody else gonna do it, and somebody else gonna do it, and somebody else gonna do it. So that's what you call praising something, and that's why the black culture is trash. Jesus is just Jesus for black people is like Elvis. Jesus has left the building. There's no gods anymore in the black community. There was a time your grandmother and stuff used to teach you about church and stuff. Those days are gone. Grandma gone, God rest her soul. Your mama gone, God rest her soul. Your dad, everybody done passed away. But it's up to us as parents to teach our kids the fear of God. We don't even do that. But guess what? We always want the Lord to do something for us, but we don't do nothing for him. Not one thing. Everybody say, oh, when somebody in trouble, the first thing you see on Facebook is what? Y'all pray for me. My such and such is sick. No, no, for what? For what you praying for him for? What? God looking at you like, no, you don't do nothing for me. So no, I'm not gonna help you. I mean, I know it's harsh. I know it may sting a little, but the thing is called truth. And truth hurts. Truth hurts. These kids are just running wild, man. Look at all these kids are running wild. People are just dying left and right, killing, taking people cars and recording themselves taking people cars. These brothers and sisters ain't scared of nothing. And it's not the fact that their parents didn't teach them. I can't blame it all on the parents because you have some good parents out there that actually raise their kids to be men and women because we all got to grow up. Remember, Peter Pan was just a movie. We have to grow up. And when we grow up to face the real world, and all we can go off is my mama had 5, 6 boyfriends. My daddy was nowhere around, and he was telling me to score with all the women. That's not how you raise a son, and that's not how you raise a daughter. You don't. There's certain things you don't do because kids are like. Remember the saying, kids are like sponges. They see everything you do, and they absorb everything you do. And one day they will come out and say, like, man, remember you had such and such this. Dad, you had all these girls at your house, and mom, you had all these men in your house. It's all on Facebook. When the kids be like, I heard my mom in the bedroom with some other guy and stuff like that. I seen him on YouTube, and he just confronted his mom, and she told him, "Boy, get on my face, Mama. I heard you in the bedroom with some guy. You too nosy, but when I seen him leave, that wasn't the same guy you had over here 2 days ago." And she like, "Boy, get out of my face," but it's too late. He already tricked off. He already tricked off. Black culture is trash because we're setting examples for failures. And it's not just the kids, it's the parents too. It's the parents too. So it's like an ongoing cycle. It's an ongoing cycle. We took God is going after school, prayer is going after school, but all the rest of the stuff is coming in school full effect. Full effect now, full effect. And us as black people, we just grab it and embrace everything we can. True. We have big hearts, but Jesus freaking Christ, man. If we that with a little dignity. Okay, stand for something. If you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. So how did it get like this? The lack of parentship, disobedience. Everybody just want to be their own man. The world, sin. I got to throw sin in there because everything we do bad is considered sin. I don't care what it is, it's sin. A little white lie, that's sin, whether we like it or not. And we ain't even got to be doing nothing to hurt anybody, but in God's eyes, it's a sin. So there's pretty much no escape. And he know we're not here to be perfect. None of us is perfect. We all make mistakes, but you can't keep making the same mistakes, people. We can't do this. I can't do it. Y'all can't do it. But the black community give each other so many slaps on the wrist, it's ridiculous. You know, so many slaps on the wrist. It's just it's uncontrollable right about now. It is like so uncontrollable. So I don't know. Us as a race, we're sinking further and further and further down in the biggest ocean in the world. Some of us don't want to come back up. Some of us are born to pull each other down. How can I hate on my brother if he's been successful, or my sisters if she's been successful? How can I hate on them? Why? That's why you got all these young rappers. They out here killing each other for what? Because he say, she say. My rap is better than yours. No, it ain't. Now I gotta kill you. And he started beef with this crew, and they started beef over here. And once you're gone, you don't come back. But we all have to answer to our sins. But that's the part they don't tell people in real life. You gotta answer for your sins. So guess what? You out here killing all these people. You the hitman, and you have a kid, and you love your kid to death, and somebody blow your kid brain out. Don't get on TV and say, "Well, my son was a good son. He never did this and that." Think about what you did in your day, because it's called karma. How many lives you took? How many parents you made cry on the front row at the funeral that fell out because of your ignorance? Because you just tried to prove a point. But when it's time to pay the check, you don't want to pay the check. We all got to pay the check. All of us, me, y'all, uh, anybody in the world, anybody, the whole world got to pay that check. The thing is, are you ready to pay that check? A lot, and most of us isn't. Most of us aren't ready for that. So that's why I say black culture is trash. You know, protect the black woman. That used to mean something, but it don't mean nothing no more. And it's the man's fault, and it's the woman's fault. How can you protect something that don't like you? Protect the black woman, but if she don't have a way, she call the police on you and take your life away. Get mad at you, put you on child support. You could be taking care of your kid. I ain't talking about the ones that don't. I'm just saying you could be taking care of your kid, and you in another relationship, and she get mad at you and call child support, and now you in a system for the rest of your life. But you got to protect something like that. Why would I waste my time protecting you, and you just tried to knock me down? You can't make this stuff up, people. You can't make it up. Oh, we got to protect our black women, but them black women got some of the smartest mouths in the world. Be out there talking garbage. You go out there trying to defend her. You did. You go to jail, and guess what? She gonna find somebody else. By the time you get out of jail in 10 years, she gonna have a baby by somebody else. So what are you protecting? What, brothers? We need to get it together, cause in most black women, there's no help for them. Most black men, there's no help. So say half from a distance. And if you are dealing with a woman and she's worth protecting, then by all means you stand by her 100%. Protect her, because that's a rare gem. But if you got one that's out there and you got 50,000 more out there like her, she's not worth the flesh she's printed on. She's not. Because she's bound to get you in trouble. She's bound to get you in trouble. So you got to look at the protection thing. You got to take it with a, you got to put it on the scale. The thing is, when they say protect your black women, there should be another part of sentence on that. Protect your black women if she's worth it, because most of them aren't worth it. Most men aren't worth it either. It's like a 50-50 thing, and it's bad on both sides. You got a lot of good women out here, but they got scum rags, they got scumballs, they got trash is men. They want to beat on them and stuff like that, and do all kind of things. And why? Why? So it's a no for protection for all black women, because I'm just gonna be honest. They're my race. They're my own people, but everybody's not worth protecting. They're not, because they won't protect you. Remember, it's a two-way street. Protection is a two-way street. So remember the old movies, and the guy walking down the street and somebody bumped this girl, and she just give him this look like, you ain't gonna protect me. You can't do that no more. You can't do that no more. Just keep walking, because people don't hesitate to kill you no more, man. They don't pull guns out and say it again, I'm gonna kill you. No, they'll just pull it out and shoot you. Simple as that. You're dead. So there's a limit to protecting anything. And it's just funny, because that's how people judge people now. Because, hey, what's up with you're not protecting these black sisters? No, because they're not worth protecting. Very, very, it's a mass, but it's very few people in this world worth protecting anyway. And that goes both ways. Again, it goes for black men and black women. There's a point in your life when your kids keep disobeying them, you can't protect them anymore because they'll bring trouble to your house. But we won't notice that until they start shooting through the windows and you know putting death threats on your body. Man, if I see y'all again, I'm gonna shoot y'all because your kid did something he wasn't supposed to do. And as a kid, the first sign of danger, we would program and taught, run home, which is fine. But don't ever bring trouble to the house, and you got your parents living there, your brother and sisters, or your kids or something. These cats don't care about coming in front of your house and airing it out. What they care for? They'll hit everything but you, and you can be standing there watching them shooting in the window, and they'll shoot everybody else. Mama did, grandma did, daddy did, sister did, dog did, cat did. They even shot the freaking mouse. So pick your battles. You have to pick your battles because life ain't what it used to be 30, 40 years ago. I'll even do you one better. Life ain't what it used to be 5 years ago. The world is so wax cold now that anything goes. Anything goes now. Pick your poison, pick your friends. I'm quite sure the sister that went to Mexico with her friends, I can't remember her name, and forgive me for that. But I'm quite sure when she went to Mexico with her friends, she probably thought she was gonna have a good time, get away, enjoy life. No, Faith has something else planned for her. Now she's not here anymore. Women, and this go out to all my black sisters, be careful who you call your friends. You can be knowing people for 30, 40 years, but see the thing about friends, it don't stop the next person. It don't stop your friend from being jealous of you because jealousy is a 24-hour job. They can say they love you. Oh, best friend, you my best friend. Girl, you ain't got nowhere to stay. Come over here with me. Do something they don't like. Or they probably doing all of that and still don't like your butt. And the sister that passed that got beat up, she was a pretty girl. She was a pretty sister. Maybe it was jealousy. Don't nobody know, but it will come out. I saw half of the tape and it was ridiculous. I'm not gonna go into it because I'm not trying to go that way or say stuff about it, but it was ridiculous. I'm having respect for the family. It was ridiculous. And that's the stuff we praise because we like it's like Death Race. Remember the old movie Death Race 2000? Well, the David Carradine one, not the other one, but that one too. It's points. It's like humans are points now. I killed 10 of them. I got 180 points. That's how we judge each other now. So what do you think? How do you think the other world is supposed to look at us if we're making fools out of ourselves? How? I'm downtown a lot, a whole lot. I'm all up and down Michigan at Water Towers and Macy's and all them stores. I'm down there. I'm just enjoying life. But guess what? Here come my brothers and sisters. They loud, they cursing loud as heck, and they want to start fights in the store. But then again, when the white people turn around and look at you, and then when the fight and the situation is over, and they get home and they tell their kids, do not grow up to marry these black people. You can't be mad at them. You can't. I'm a black man just like y'all are, and my brothers and sisters on here. Some of us are scared of our own people. Why it's got to be like that? You walking down the street, you got 6, 7 guys. They all got these freaking face masks on with dreads and stuff, and their hands and they got on all black. You don't know what the heck is gonna happen. You scared as hell. You're actually scared. Like, man, you know what? You got to take your fist out your pocket and ball your fist up because anything can go now. But when you go to like Orland, I'm not saying stuff don't happen in Orland or the beauty parts of Chicago or um Downers Grove and all that stuff. Then white people ain't worried about that. Why do you think their neighborhoods look so pretty and ours don't? And when people say the same thing, well, it's the community. No, they got kids just like we do because they teach their kids you don't mess up where you live. They neighborhoods are beautiful. Some neighborhoods you go down, you don't even think you're in Chicago no more. But I tell you what, let's go to Orland Okay, today's strip mall, and let me take your picture 71st Street to our strip mall. Watch the difference. You don't see nobody out there saying squares, loud. You don't see none of that because they don't tolerate it. But anything goes in the hood. And everybody say the same thing. Oh, I'm just trying to make a living. No, go get a job, man. It's real easy, but fast money is always going to be fast money. You can make more selling cigarettes than you can make more waiting for a check every 2 weeks or every week. So there's no excuse for what we do. I'm not talking about the people that just can't work. I'm talking about like disability. No, I'm not talking about them. But everybody wants fast money, and that's why the black culture is trash because we were taught, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know, every girl can't have an OnlyFans page because guess what? Although it's fast money, and that's all races, but I only deal with my race. It's fast money, but you gotta get older. And then when that mark follows you for the rest of your life, and then people will judge you like, oh man, you want to talk to her? She was taking off her clothes, and then you want to feel embarrassed. Then you want to look stupid like, oh, you can't judge me. No, you judge yourself because it's fast money, and it's pretty much the black culture. So that's why the black culture is trash to me. All of it, no, but 80% of it is weak. Is what is garbage. It's all trash, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's just me. I wouldn't follow it because your own people will sell you up the river fast. And the ones that's trying to make something out of themselves, they got to watch their back for the ones that want what they got. So it never stops. It will never stop. So, but a lot of stuff is coming out now about these church singers. I've always told myself that these church singers was crap from day one, because it's just the way they go about doing things. You're up there singing for the Lord. You making these church records, and you got the choir behind you, and they say for best church song, sister such and such, and she come up there with a tight dress on and have her breasts out. Where's God? Where's God in this stuff? Where? But nobody looks at that like we look. Oh yeah, man, she sung that song. No, dude, it don't work like that because now you putting God in the mix that he ain't got nothing to do with. Nothing. So there you go. And it's pretty much the black culture. It's not the white man. The white man's sad. He's good. He's good though. The Asian, he's good. It's us. It's us. I know some things in this world can't be avoided. Some things in this world we can't get, but Jesus Christ. Come on, man. We can't. There was a time. There was a time when we used to be able to point the finger and say the white man this or the white man that. No, the white man stepped back. We doing this on our own now. We doing our own. So when I saw the mother of these two young ladies, and I didn't see this on Facebook. I seen this with my own two eyes out in the world. When I saw the mother and her I'm sorry, her two daughters start dancing in the street and bent down and start twerking in traffic, it was over with already. It was done. But see, but to them, they mind only register only temporary because they thinking, well, you know what? Hey, I got all the attention right now. But all attention isn't good intentions. Some intentions are actually, that's what they say, bad intentions. It's over. You know, mothers tell their daughters, you use what you got. Use what you got. You know, shake it, fake it till you make it. Shake what your mama gave you. Use what you got. Get a man for his money. Nobody stopped to say, you know what? If you're gonna get married, find you a decent man. It's always, girl, if he got money, you better go with him. That's that man's money. He don't owe you nothing. He don't even owe you a cheeseburger. And that's the difference. Cause when I was growing up, my parents, both of them, my mother and my dad, they always told me, son, when you grow up, get you a decent woman. Get you a woman that's gonna be there for you, that's gonna like you for you. Not too many parents tell their kids that anymore. They don't. And my mother was right there with my father, and my father was right there with my mother. They was a team, man. It was like a freaking team. Now, my old man gave me so much sense. Was ridiculous. But he never told me to go out there and get what I can get and sleep with all of them. No, when I grew up, I made those choices. My parents taught me right. It was the choices that I made. So I can't put that on them. And a lot of us a lot of kids put their problems on their father, on the mothers and the fathers. No, even I look at it like this: if your mother's dating, or you live with your mother, father, which one? If he's dating, and he bring multiple women to the house, or she bring multiple men to the house, that's on that mother, because a parent shouldn't want their kids to let them see what they do. That's just me. But now in these days, parents don't care. They don't care. And why is that? Because our culture is trash. Look at all the stuff we giving a peace sign to and waving and say, you know what? This is beautiful. And look at all the stuff that we should be saying is beautiful. It's garbage. Oh no, well, if they want to grow up to be that, let them be that. If they want to grow up to don't believe in God, that's their choice. No, it's not their choice. It's not their choice. When they're kids, it's not their choice. It's your choice to put your kids on the right path. Now, when they grow up and they get on their own, well, guess what? I told them. I told them if they didn't listen, hey, that's on them. But never have I seen such a race of people that pretty much hate everything bad is praised and glorified in this world now. So where's the good in the world at? Where is it? There isn't any. It's gone. God left a long time ago. Like I said earlier, prayer's out of school, but look what's in school now. LGBT didn't just push through the door. They're not even giving people a choice anymore. It's hey, you know what? Do this is great, but everybody got to get judged. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go into that because that's a whole nother can of worms. My timeline will be full of people calling me a misogynist or homophobe. But I'm not gonna go into that. But that's on them. So the black culture, is it done? Is it over with? The only way that our black culture can be back to what it used to be is if we get back with the Lord. Other than that, because Satan reward his people too. But you never heard Satan say, if you keep doing this, I'ma tell God on you. So he must like what you do because remember, it's all about souls. Half of the world is done anyway. It's done. We're done as a people. Because first of all, we're not going to go back to God anyway because we don't like God ways. We can say, "Oh, I love God," or "I serve God." Do you really? Do we really? Do we really know what it is to serve the Lord? Or do we go to church and assume that we know what it is to serve the Lord? Take it, take it any way you want to take it. So I don't know. We just we just like to glorify stupid stuff. You know, hey, a woman get a divorce from a man and the man ain't beating on her. He's taking care of her, but she outgrow him. That's a failure. I said that before. You failed. Whether we like it or not, you failed. They want to throw divorce parties. Why? You throwing a party on your failure. Because the object when you get married, the object is to die together. Not say, you know what, I outgrew him, or he's boring, or he don't make this, he don't make that. You shouldn't have married him. You shouldn't have married her. You shouldn't have. But the black race, that you don't take my word for it. The black race is the biggest race of failed marriages because people do not want to stick with their husbands or wives because crap happens. Marriage isn't good in the Bible or anywhere. It can be any book. The Lord never said you get married, it's gonna be a piece of cake. No, it's gonna be trials and tribulations, it's gonna be ups and downs, it's gonna be good times, it's gonna be bad times, but the trick is you have to stay. Now I can see if the man is beating the crap out of you, abusing you all type of ways, or then okay, I understand that. I understand that because if they doing something like that, you shouldn't marry him in the first place. But people go in on the wing of a prayer thinking, you know what, he's going to change. No, rings don't change nobody. Rings don't change anything. That beautiful white gown or the white tuxedo and the honeymoon and the reception, that don't change nothing. That man still gonna be a woman beater, and that woman still gonna be what she is. So it don't change anything. But you hear a lot of a lot of women when they get married and they be with each other for 15, 20 years, they say, well, I just outgrew him. Or I just got tired of seeing the same face, or I'm just tired of he's boring. No, he's your husband. Newsflash, this just in. He's your husband. Remember, till death do you part. He didn't say till you run out of money. He didn't say till he stopped being able to support you with all these purses and cars and stuff. He didn't say that. Till death do you part through sickness and health. So that means if you're married when you're young and you guys are beautiful, he's buffed up like Superman and you got a beautiful shape. When you get older in your 50s, 60s, and 70s, and he gets sick, you get sick, or whatever, and the doctor say, I'm sorry, Miss Cobain or whatever. Your husband, he ain't gonna be walking no more, no time soon. Or we gotta cut his leg, or we gotta cut his arm off, or he's confined to the wheelchair for the rest of his life. Or they say the same thing about your wife. This gotta happen. This gotta happen. That's gotta happen. You gotta change her diaper. She gonna be, guess what? You gotta be with them. You have to be with them till death do you part. Now, when they close their eyes and the Lord take His breath away, then you can do what you want to do. But marriage is honestly a lifetime contract. And I'm not saying this to hurt nobody's feelings because we as black people, we got that bad. We just didn't see eye to eye. So, guess what? You know what? You should have just kept dating him. But once you say I do, and that priest say, well, I pronounce you man and wife, you're his, he's yours. So whatever crap he bring, you got to deal with it because you picked him to marry. Whatever crap she bring, you got to deal with it. Now I'm not saying go out there and bring new people in the wedding because you know black folk like to stay loopholes. I'm not saying that. I would never say that. So, and I can't stress this enough. I always say, and I said this through numbers of podcasts. If we're married and I lose my job and I'm taking care of the household, I'm just saying I lose my job and we got to downsize and we got to downsize and now we go from living in a $250,000 home to nothing, or we going from hotel to hotel or find somewhere to shack up at like you used to do in the old days and live in the attic. You got to live in the attic with me. You can't say, well, I'm going to my mama house and the mama don't like the husband so he can't come. No, no, baby. You got to stay right here with me. Cause what I go through, you got to go through. That's and when people go through stuff like that, that's what they call them. I have a testimony now because we've been through hell and back, and she never left me or he never left me. But black community, most of the black community, our parents don't teach us the values of having a husband or a wife. They don't teach it because now, what I said earlier, it's all about what you can get out this man. Girl, I seen he got a big house. He got this car. He owns some big corporation. Oh yeah, that means I'm gonna milk him. You never go with nobody for finances. Don't ever do that. If you like the person for what they are. Just like them for what they are. Even if it don't work, still like the person for what they are. Stop trying to use each other. Stop using the women. Women stop using the men. But yet, just be honest, the divorce rate is higher when it comes to women than the divorce rate for men. Women benefit from a divorce. Not it wasn't so long ago that the rules just changed because you can marry a woman, you can have kids by her. She can divorce you, she can get half of what you get, and she can take the kids. So they win both ways. Now it's changing a little bit. Yeah, it is for the guys, but back then the guy didn't have a say so. Nope. Well, you gonna get this alimony such and such. You gotta pay this. And I'm like, but we ain't even together no more, man. I still gotta take care of her. and they award her with the kids. How come I can't have my own kids? Because the system say we're not capable to raise kids because we're men. How twisted is that? How twisted is that? But although it takes, well, I'm not gonna say it's mandatory. It was mandatory to have a role model as a man in the house, or to have a role model as a woman in the house. But single mothers are raising these kids. That's why these kids are growing up to be punks. That's why they wear emotions on their sleeves. That's why they can go out and get a gun and shoot you, because they're dealing with their emotions. They don't have a man in the house to say, "Hey, we ain't finna go that way." No, 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 no. We don't do that. We don't do that because man is structure in a house. You know, let's just be honest, man. This ain't taking nothing away from the sisters that's doing it on their own. If the sisters are single mothers and they doing it on their own, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got to raise them right. You have to raise them right. I'm not saying don't reason with your kids, don't talk to them, but a lot of stuff our kids bring to us, we talk to them as if we're friends. No, guess what? I'm still your mother. I don't care if you like it or not. Before the 19, I'm sorry, before the 1960s, women could take the kids when it came to the full. There you go. I was just saying that, bro. They can take them. How many times y'all seen on the movies, the Tyler Perry movies, or I don't even say Tyler Perry, any movie that's got something to do with a husband and wife, and it don't work, and a woman say, "I'm getting a divorce, I'm taking the kids." How many? But we just look at it as, man, he bogus. So what he do? I'm taking the kids. And the husband like, no, you're not taking my kids. The first thing she says, what? I'll see you in court, bro. And she's going to win the case because society already got it plugged in our system that men aren't capable to raise kids. Why is that? Some men do better job raising kids than women. It's already been proven that men raise kids better than women because men don't have emotions like women do. Anything goes in a single woman house sometimes, not all the time. Some women don't play that. I know a lot of single women that don't play. You get out of hand, bro. Guess what? I'm gonna knock you out.